Hello everyone. Imagine you are working on a project for 6 months and suddenly your code gets deleted or your teammate changes something and the entire application breaks. So back in early days of software development, this was very common problem. Like developer used to create a folder like something like if we want to start any project, so we will create one project folder. Inside this we will have some application.py file, HTML file, CSS file and many other file if you want to create like other file also like so in early days this was the and this folder we used to name like project one like project and date we used to give project date and then again if you have to make some changes here so we will again create one new project folder like project folder 2 and here again we will copy all this file here app.py, HTML, and CSS. So, and again, this one was like again we used to give a project date, and suppose this project date name is like 17th May, and this folder I have edited, and this project date, the folder name will be 18th May. So this was the flow which we used to do for tracking our changes in our application. Like we used to create a different folder and then we used to create a final like if everything is done, then we will create a folder project final, and this folder was going for again for deploying our application. Right? Our application. But the drawback was that in this approach, it was unnecessarily like taking so much of a space, like creating folder for tracking everything. So people have thought, no, this will not work because it is unnecessary taking us more space and we don't need it. So then there came a version control system, and that version control system was Git, and that Git completely changed the software development life cycle, or we can say because it was tracking the changes without creating this folder. Because I will talk later how Git will be Git working, and then there was and when GitHub came into the picture, so collaboration became even more powerful. Like and so today we will understand like what is Git. Like we are going to discuss what is Git, what is GitHub, difference between Git and GitHub, difference between Git and GitHub, and we will do some practical and then practical. So first let's understand what is Git. Oh, so what is Git? What is Git? Like we can say Git is a distributed version control system. Git is a distributed version control system. So what do we mean by this version control system? Means we have to maintain a version of other every code. Like today I have created application.py and here I have written some code. I have to add a two number. So I have written some code here, and the next day again I have got a requirement. No, I have to again add a subtraction also. So what we will do like this uh, the changes which we will be doing, it will automatically be tracked by Git. Like when we will make a changes, like we will have to initialize this folder, so everything will be tracked by Git. So what Git helps developer to like So what Git helps developers to track the changes, like any changes which we are doing in our file, like app.py file or any other file we are doing. So it tracks the changes, like manage code history, like manage code history, and we can also collaborate, and then we can also roll back if something goes wrong, like I have done any changes, like while adding a subtraction function or something. Like suppose I have one day I have created an add function, and now requirement came, now we have to add a subtraction function also. So while adding a subtraction function we have done some mistake, like something, and the code which we were running is not working fine. So what we can do, we can roll back our changes, roll back our changes. So, and something like who created Git? Git was like Git was created by Linus Torvalds. Linus Torvalds in 2005. So he also created Linux also, and that's why the name came Linux. So, so what is now? I will talk about what is the difference between like Git and GitHub. Difference between difference between Git and GitHub. So, like Git works mainly on your local machine. Local machine is of what? Like our laptop or something where we are doing a development work. Like it can work even without internet in this. Even without internet, we can. When without internet, we can work here. Can work. And the changes which we are doing, and the changes will be tracked without internet. Will be tracked without internet. Um, like you can commit it without internet. We can make changes, commit the changes. Like we can create a branch, track changes, everything. Like Git does it in our local. And what is GitHub? Like now I will talk about GitHub. So this is GitHub. So I can tell like GitHub is a cloud platform. I can say GitHub is a cloud platform where like where this the local changes which we are doing through a Git, where the changes we have done in our local, we have done in local through Git is stored here. And this if you are GitHub helps like if you are creating a GitHub and we are making this GitHub repository public, so the communication or collaboration will be easy, like so this GitHub helps in collaboration, collaboration, backup, Why backup? Suppose I have done a changes in my local. Local I have done through Git, and my my local machine goes down, and my local machine goes down, goes down. So all our code, anything we have done will be lost in our from our local. But GitHub is a centralized location. We can again take that from that GitHub repository. Again, we will create something back, like when our local machine will be restored. So we can take that code again from our GitHub repository. So this work as a backup also we can say like GitHub. And team development we can do team development. Development. So CI/CD integration also we can do like CI/CD integration. Inte- What is the CI/CD integration means that when we are writing a Python application, suppose I have written a main dot py file and we want to like integrate it and continuously like if anything is changed in this main dot py file, so it will automatically fetch this the changes and it will build our py file or something we can do it. And code sharing, so this is also called this help in code sharing, like anyone can like changes and do changes and so yeah, can do it. So, consider it like Git is an engine and GitHub is a platform to for that engine. So yeah. So now I will talk something about like I will show some practical how we can code in our local and how we can initialize Git in our local. So let's go to our Visual Studio code. I have already created this one folder and I will show thinking how we can see the status of first GitHub is installed in our system or not. So to check like if GitHub is installed in our system or not, we have to write a command git dash dash version. So here I'm using a Linux, like I have like integrated WSL, or if you are going with a Mac or other Linux operating system, so Git will already be installed. So when you will do Git version, so yeah, my Git version is installed, and now I want to like I want to make some changes here. Like I will create one file like app.py file. I will app.py and I will do some changes like print this this is my test app. I have saved it, and now what will I will do? Saved it. It is not tracking anything right now. I will check Git status. So no, this is not a Git repository. So what will happen if anyone developer will change something like this is my test app. So I have changed prod app and I have saved it. Now if you want to see what was in my previous one, we can't see. Like we have no any, we can't track what was the previous code because the previous code was this is my test or something, but we are not able to track it. So now what I will again do, this is my test app I'm doing, uh, saving it, saving it. And now what I will do, I will initialize this folder as a Git in my system. So for initializing Git in my local, I have to write a command git init. Now my this folder is initialized Now you can see the status of this git status. See, uh, whenever we make a changes like in our local, so there are three stages I will say. One is a local file where we have made a changes, local, and then for making it into a staging area. Staging area means we can, so staging area. For a staging area, we can like git, git add we will have to do, and we have to give the file name, and then we have to commit. So this is the flow. We make changes in local, then we have stages, and then we are committing. So this is the flow what we will be doing. So this status, if you will see now, it is untracked. Like this is not tracked. But for tracking it, what we have to do first, we have to add it in our staging area. So adding in our staging area, what we have to do, git add and the file name. So file name is my app.py. Now we can see. Let me clear this console. Get status status. Now my one file is changed. So we can see the logs also get log. Sorry. I see now I have what is this saying? Your current branch master does not have any commit. So like for tracking this or something, we have to first commit these changes. So for committing, we have to do git commit -m, and -m stand for what message we are doing. So I will give that this is my first commit. Okay. Now it is tracking like what we have made the changes. If you go to this folder and here see this is my first commit, and in this first commit you will see this is my first app. Now what I will do, I will change this to non prod or test app or prod app. Let me change this prod editor read only for the file system is read only. Why this? Let me check. Okay, let me change from the terminal, or I will check git status branch. This is my prod app. I will change something. Instead, I will do some changes. Okay, so now that we have committed the changes, we can go to this uh, GitHub icon in our Visual Studio Code and see that I have made a first commit. We can see through this graph, and this is my test app. And if you try to change this file, you cannot do it. Like I am trying to do so, you are getting this editor is read only because this is tracking. You can't change it. Once we have made a commit, you can't change it. Now you have, now what I will do, I will go to this again app in my file and make changes here. Like I will change this is my prod app and save it, and again see the status. So now my app.py file is modified, and what we can do in Git, also we can go and see like what are the changes. So we can see changes. So it is showing me what is changed, like from test to prod it has changed. So this like we can visualize it, and if you want to again commit it, so I can, you can either commit it from this terminal, or what we did earlier, like git commit -m, and you can give a message, this is my prod changes, prod changes, and just, so we can't do directly, like first we have to stage it. So what we will do, git add. We have to first, for committing, we have to first add it into our staging area, and for staging area we have to give the command git add and file name. Or either if you want to add all the file in the staging area, since now I have only one file, so I can give a app.py file, or otherwise I can give a dot. So if you are giving a dot, so it will be adding all the file in this folder to my staging area. So I'm doing that, and my, like say, it has changed my, from, it has gone from my local to staging area. And from staging area, what I can do, I can write a git commit hyphen m, this is my prod changes. So yeah, now it is showing one file change, one insertion. And if you go to this git icon also, you can see this is a prod changes, and see, two files are there. This is my test app, this is my prod app. You can see the changes. So the latest one is, this is my prod app. So, and everything is going into a master branch. So we will talk about what is a branch. So let's suppose, let me talk about what is a branch. I will give a GitHub cheat sheet also something. And let's talk about what is a branch. So branch in branch in Git. So branch in Git is nothing but, I can say, it is kind of a folder only. Like suppose we have initialized a Git init. So by default, when we are initializing a Git init, we will get a master branch. So we can call it like again a folder, and all the changes which you are doing, it will be going into this folder only. But from this folder also, inside this folder, we have tracking, like as you have seen, I have made a changes, but inside this folder we are tracking it, what is, what we are changing and everything. So see here, I will go and type a command git branch, and we will get a master branch. So every changes which we are seeing, it is changing into a master branch. So let's go to this can git icon also, and see the, it is showing here master branch. If we click this also, right now we are in the master branch. So we can call it as a folder. And if you want to create another folder, like this is we generally in production we don't change everything directly into a master branch. So there comes a requirement, like we have to create some feature or add some function in our code. Like as I have got a requirement to add a function to add two number. So what I will do, I will not directly try to code into the master branch, because if you are changing directly into the master branch, and if something goes wrong, so the every code will be going like because this is in production, and if you do directly the changes, so in production everything, the codes will be break. So what we will do, we will create a new branch, like from master branch we will create a non-prod branch or something. We can do it like non-prod, and again we can create something like from this feature branch. So feature branch or anything, feature add branch, we can do like this. So in this way we are like minimizing the risk of changing or something wrong happens by creating a branch. So let's go to again a Visual Studio Code and see how we can create a branch. So for creating a branch, what we will do, there is a simple command like uh, can check git branch, and git branch get branch, and I want to name a branch like feature slash feature add branch. and enter. Now my feature branch is created. Want to see? Git branch. But in feature branch, if you will go, like for going into a feature branch, we have to write a command git switch feature add. Okay. Feature add. We have to give the branch name feature add. What is this saying? Invalid reference. Feature add. Oh, sorry. I have given the like a spelling mistake, so I will not write a feature add. Feature Fatur. Oh, again a spelling mistake. So I will basically we have to write the correct branch name. Then already we can go to, and in this feature branch, if you will see, I will do what are the file ls app.py file, and now I am in the feature branch. If you can see from here also from VS Code, you click this and you can change the branch. If you want to go in the master branch, you can go into master branch. Now what I will do, again I will go to this feature add branch. I will create some, do some changes, like I will do some, I will take input n1 is equal to n2 is equal to and print n1 plus n2. Now I have made a changes here and I will go to in master branch. Uh, Master branch I have gone. So yeah, if you are not see, if you have come out of the branch without committing or staging it, so in the main branch also it will be showing the changes. So I will again switch to feature add from this to git branch. I am in the master, and now again I will go to feature add branch, and now what I will do, I will do git status. So I have modified the app.py file in my feature branch, not in my main branch. So I will do here git add and then this. And now when I will go to a master branch, basically we have to commit it, feature branch and commit git commit -m added add function and come out. And now we will switch to git switch master. Now when I have switched to master, see the changes which we have done in our feature branch, it is gone from here. So for merging this the changes which we have done in our feature branch, we have to switch, we have to write a command like git merge. So for git merge, which like the changes from which branch we want to merge in which branch. So basically if I have created something, let me create one new branch again, git branch feature feature subtract I have created, and I will go to git switch switch feature command ls branch git branch. Sorry, I have given a wrong spelling there. Git branch feature subtract I have done. I'll switch to git switch and this branch. Okay, git switch feature sub, and here I will see what are the changes. So in this also app.py is there, and now here I will do write a code for subtracting n1 equal to 10 20, and sum I will not give, right, the difference is difference is n1 minus n2 and save it. And here also I will write a command git status. I will see if it has done. See, again it has modified my app.py file in my feature branch, not in my master branch. So I will git add and sorry git 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 add I have done. Git commit I will do -m added subtraction. I've done it. So now I will go to my git switch master and which branch we want to merge in master. Suppose I have how many branches now? Git branch I will say. So I have a three branch master, feature and add. So which branch I want to merge in our master? So I have to write that like I have done a changes in my add. So I want to like merge the add branch in my master branch. So I have to write a command git merge and the branch name. Suppose I want to merge this git add, feature add. I have done, and you can see in my master branch also the addition command is coming. And suppose similarly I want to uh, merge this in my subtraction branch. So what I will do, I will again switch to git switch feature switch feature subtract, and in this what I will do, git merge feature add. So in this now I am getting a conflict with which uh, line which code you want to keep. So this is my subtraction branch, so I don't want to keep it. So like add in this branch. So what I will do is I will like remove this resolve and I will remove this the add feature here. Delete this add feature and again merge it, complete merge, complete it, close. So yeah, now in my feature subtraction branch, like we are not adding this. So yeah, this was the conflict which we have changed. Like conflict was there. Like in the same code, the add commands were also adding for adding the code was there. So we don't want in our subtraction branch. So we have not merged that. And now if you go to uh, merge features subtract here, if you want to see git status modified and can change to be committed git I will do git git commit basically we are not merging it, so again we have to git commit -m no changes. I will give the message. So you can see now what we are doing here, like we are not committing the changes of git into like feature add branch into a feature subtract branch. So in this also you can see the git log, also we can see git log. So you can see now my head is like pointing to subtract feature, means we are in a feature branch. So if you want to see a smaller version of this, git log -one line, you can see and see what are it will show all the changes. So like this is my first comment, this is my prod comment which we have done, and here we have created one master and feature add, added master uh, added add function, and here added subtraction function we have done. And we have done like in we were trying to like add the feature branch into a feature add branch code into a feature subtraction branch. So it was showing a conflict. So we have removed the conflict and made a commit. Like we don't want the add feature into our subtraction branch. So we have done this also. Now we will talk something about like this is this which we have done in my local. Now which I want to add it into our GitHub. So what we have to do first, for we have to check git remote hyphen b. Is there any remote repository? So no remote repository. And for like first we have to configure our username also. So I have one cheat sheet for this. I will refer that cheat sheet for writing. So we can go to this git cheat sheet, and first of all let's go to my GitHub and I will create one repository. I will create one test repository. Test mm, testing GitHub. Okay, and I will create a repository for this. Now this like these are the thing like choose visibility, like it will be available to like all the public can see. I will add this readme. I'm not doing anything. Create repository. Now we are having only readme file, and if you want to make changes here, so first of all what we have to do, TTPS we have to go to this folder and we have to take this in our local. So what we have to do, add git add remote git. For adding a remote, what we have to, I will refer the cheat sheet from this file and git merge git replace this. Basically, I will paste this link also if you want to. So let's go back and remove this whole folder, delete this repository. I understand. I will delete this repository and start from fresh because we will get the command there. So we get. So now I will get till 9. Okay. Now I'll again create a one new repository. Uh, Same name, pasting GitHub, public, and yeah, create a repository. Now I have done this git commit. So I have to remotely add this like in our local. Like I will, my local will be now pointing to if I will add this git remote add origin. So now when we will push the code in, so the changes will come to in this GitHub. So adding for adding a remotely, we have to write the command git remote add origin. So see I'm doing here ls. Now I want to push this into our GitHub. So what I have to do, git push you origin main. Some refers to the main does not match any. So what we have to do, we have to create a main branch. Because in local now we don't have any main branch. Git branch we also branch. We don't have a main branch. So git switch switch master. Now git push will give some error. Uh, let's go to GitHub and see. No, Git branch. Okay, I will write a Git and create a main branch here. Now I will push. So yeah, now this my code is pushed into my GitHub. So you will go to GitHub and see my app file is coming here also. And if I will go and see, the branches are not available here, all the branches. So, but if you want to push the feature add branch also, so what we can get is origin and branch name. This basically this feature add. So this branch is also added in my GitHub. Just reload it. Now you see two branches, and I am getting the feature add also. And in feature add, we have this code, and again we want, if we want, we can similarly add the subtraction branch also in our GitHub. So similarly, I will copy this and git feature sub had recently pushed this, kind of see all the branch I am getting. So I have got all the branches in my GitHub. Now suppose I have by mistake I have deleted everything from my code from this. Let's me delete everything. For deleting everything, let me delete the whole folder. This I will go back one cd dot and I will delete everything. rm-rf. So this is basically the cleanest command. rm-rf and the folder name is git. Now my git practice folder is gone. If you see, do ls, I don't have any git practice folder. Now what we can do? If you want to get the whole folder again and everything, so we will again create a make directory or make folder. This is the command git practice, and inside this we have to clone our repository. So for cloning our repository, we have to go to our repository and get this. Either we can clone through http ssh if you have ssh connection enabled. Like for creating a ssh, we have to that I will show later. But if you have, like, we have to add a ssh key to this GitHub. So for that we have to go this setting, and here we have to come ssh, and here you can add some, like for creating a ssh key you have to write a command ssh and key gen. So it will create a ssh key, and that public key which ssh which will create, we have to paste that in this. Like you have to create a new ssh key and title, and I have to do this here. But now I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to how we can take everything. Like now the situation has come, like from my local, the all the file has been deleted. So see, now again I will open folder to access. I will go to this folder and just add here. Basically added. I don't have any code. You can see that the git status. So I don't have any. This is not my Git repository. So what I will do, I will just copy this HTTPS and go to my local, and I will do a git clone and just paste the repository URL. And uh, basically it has created a different folder, but you don't want this, like you want everything in this folder only. So let me first remove this icon rf. So what you can do, same, and at last you have to just uh, keep a dot. So dot means we want to clone everything in this repo. Don't in this folder. Don't create a separate folder. And just click cloning. Now yes, I have got everything again. Like here, I will reload it. So I've got my app file, and have I got my branch? So let's check git branch. But for like I've got only main branch. So how can we get our feature branch? So let's see that in the next video. For that, how we can get all the features from our like all the branch which are in GitHub to our local. So that I will show in the next video. So thank you for now. If you like the videos, consider liking it. If you and subscribe, and if you want to give any suggestion, comment down, and also share with your friends or family. Thank you.